This is a picture postcard location, the beautiful Qinglong Lake Park, whose centrepiece is the man-made lake that's surrounded by lush gardens and walkways, along stone paths, over bridges and winding bush trails. It's an unforgettable showpiece of the Feng Tai district and the 2012 Beijing International Triathlon.
Sarah must be feeling pretty good at this point. She's in the lead of the race right now. She knows that her strongest discipline, the run, is coming up. She's in a really good position here, Mark.
And she's looking very comfortable on this descent. That's the first tricky corner that they've got to navigate here. And streaking down the hill, you can see the pace vehicle out in front. That is the lead official, and that's who she is chasing down the hill. Now, the speed here will be very high.
It'll be very high, and having that lead vehicle up is a nice reference point for Sarah. She can kind of judge how they're taking the tangents, and it's nice for her to follow that vehicle.
And this is the winding, narrow path. This is our Chinese champion as he winds his way through the village there. The locals have come out to support their local hero, and Bai Fa Chuen is flying at this stage of the race.
Yeah, and he's on a road bike coming down this hill. So road bikes are typically better vehicles for descending as opposed to the time trial bikes, which are built like Ferraris. But these road bikes are nice when you come down these steep hills.
Big crowd on hand here. Beautiful day for everybody to come out. And this race is going to be the centerpiece for ongoing sports development in this region and the new lifestyle here.
Here we are with Fleischmann and Macca. They're trying to make up some time. There's only a few K left in the bike leg, so they're probably wondering where Bevan and Matt are at this stage.
Well, this is a flat and fast section of the course, perfect roads, and they are really moving. Now Chris McCormack makes his move.
Chris knows this is now or never. He's got to get to T2 as fast as possible. He has a great run, so the sooner he gets there to unleash that run, the better.
Well, he's all smiles, and that is a dangerous thing for his competitors. He is the only triathlete in the history of the sport who has won across long course, Ironman, and also Olympic distance.
That's right, and that's a great shot of his aerodynamic chainring as well. So they have the disc wheel, the aero helmet, and aerodynamic chain rings. That's quite the bike, isn't it?
A beautiful looking piece of equipment worth around $15,000 if you had to pay for it out there in a store. Doherty, though, of New Zealand, is just thinking about the run at this stage.
And if you're Bevan coming this close to transition T2, he's got to be feeling pretty good as the run's his strongest leg.
Well, how about this steep finish to the bike leg? Up into transition, they'll have to get their feet out of their shoes, and then the transition on to the run. That's got to be tough.
It is tough, especially coming up that steep hill. Again, high heart rate. Let's look to Bevan to see if he's going to accelerate for the first few K out of transition. Sometimes he uses that strategy to try and drop his competitors.
It's a beautiful but challenging run course entirely within the Qinglong Lake district. There you can see the start of the run, and again they are side by side.
It'll be interesting to see the strategy they use in this race, whether they're going to work side by side or try and drop each other. They have a nice gap, as you can see from these bike splits on Brian and Macca.
Well, look at that. Matt Reed and Bevan Doherty put nearly 2 minutes into the rest of the field. Fleischmann, McCormack, and Bai Fa Chuen in 5th position. Now onto the run leg, and this is a beautiful course, but it is deceptively challenging. Lots of different surfaces. They range from dirt to cobblestones, uphill climbs, downstairs, and right near the finish. This is the first lap that we see here. As they go into the second lap, there are some very steep sections, and that finishes off with a very steep run up some stairs and into transition. But waiting at the end of this 10-kilometer run is glory and $20,000 for the first place.
It'll be interesting to see how Matt and Bevan do this. They know they're guaranteed the 2 first prize money spots. Let's see if they work together or try and break each other in the race.
Well, here they are. They are side by side. Nobody has been able to break away yet. Beautiful styles.
Yeah, Matt Reed is a great runner for a big guy. I mean, look how much bigger he is. A little bit slower cadence than Bevan. If you're Matt, though, you do not want to get into a foot race or a sprint with Bevan, one of the best sprinters in the sport.
And what sort of time would you expect the best athletes to be running these 10K times in?
Some of the best athletes in the sport will be running under 30 minutes, but on a course like this, we're probably talking somewhere around 32 or 33 minutes because of the undulating terrain.
Well, this is third and fourth into transition. Brian Fleischmann, who led out of the water, is now more than 2 minutes down going into that run leg. You can see putting the shoes on. Very quick transition there for Fleischmann, but Macca is right behind him.